welcome back to everyone for another faith sharing episode. This is a segment where we discuss the faith with different people from our diocese. And today we are very happy to welcome Mrs. Fatima Oliver from Good Shepherd Parish, Konwa. She has been an educator for many years and a catechist as well. We're very happy to have you, Ms. Fatima, and we're happy to listen to your experiences of faith. So we'll begin this sharing by, why don't you tell us something about what role faith has played in your life?
Thank you, Father. Yes, faith has played a great role in my life. For me, faith is like that bird that gets up early in the morning and knows there's going to be light even before the dawn breaks. Faith is something that is very deeply engraved in us. It's a belief in God. And to explain these two, I have to go back to my childhood. Because my parents and grandparents brought us up with very deep religious convictions. I am not religious. I'm spiritually deep. But as I said, my childhood played a very, very important part in my life. There was security, there was love, there was understanding. So my faith took roots in my childhood. My parents and grandparents, as I said, they shaped my life. We had three very strong things in our childhood. The first one was a strong religious belief. We went to Sunday Mass, we had to wear the veil or a skull cap, we had to fast for 3 hours. It was a very, very interesting thing to go for Sunday Mass. So that was the first thing. Then in the evening, the Angelus was a must and the Rosary was a must. Or no dinner. So these were the things, the kind of faith in which we were brought up. The second point was a sense of obedience. My grandparents lived with us, so they respected and obeyed my grandparents. In turn, we respected our elders. And this respect for our grandparents grew with us. We learned to respect others. I grew up in a neighborhood which is very cosmopolitan. We had Muslims, Bohris, Parsis, Christians. We grew up in an area where we shared each other's faith. We celebrated feasts. We went to each other's homes. We didn't think of caste, creed, social status. We just went there. So you say I'm a product of my childhood. Then through my growing years, in Mount Carmel School, I studied in Mount Carmel School, and the nuns taught us a lot of good things. I used to be in the Eucharistic Congress of the Sacred Heart, so I had that devotion, and then right through high school I was in what we call the Sodality of Our Lady. So my devotion to Our Lady grew. So these were during my growing years. Then as a young teacher, I was very energetic, very full of, I want to give. And religion played a very, very important part because I enjoyed teaching. It was so nice mixing up with children. And then after I finished with one school, after my marriage I came to another school. Married life too was very beautiful because my husband and I had to be role models to our children. We've got 3 daughters. And I married into a very big family. So it was a beautiful faith experience when we met as a big family, not only to eat, but we prayed together. And last of all, today I can say I have retired, but I'm very happy to be involved in my parish activities with the senior citizens.
Oh, that's lovely. So as you have been sharing with us, your faith basically was nurtured in your family.
Yes.
That is what you have been saying. And you mentioned it a little bit, which is taking me to my next question, is did your faith play any role in your choosing this vocation to be a teacher? It seems to me it's coming across that how you have picked up your faith was through observing your parents, your grandparents, your family atmosphere, of course the situation around the society. But did this faith also play a role in your choosing this profession?
Brother, you'll be surprised. Not at all. Faith did not play any role in my choice of career. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
I wanted to be a police officer. And my parents said, that's not heard of. Girls don't go in for these professions.
Yes.
Then I said, I love English literature and geography. I'll be a teacher. They said, yes, teacher or nurse you can be. I said, no, I will be a teacher. And so faith didn't play any part in my choice of career.
Okay.
But it did play a very, very significant role in my career.
Yes. So, can you tell us something about how faith has impacted your teaching career, or what is the role of faith in education as you have seen it over the years?
Yes, sure. After my graduation, after my B.Ed, I joined St. Ursula's School in Chinchwad.
Okay.
That was my first school. I was a young teacher, very enthusiastic and all that. But God helped me. My principal there was Mother Nicholas, who was as tough as nails, very demanding. But it turned out that she was very encouraging. And I can say even to this day, she has been my mentor.
Okay.
Yes. And because of all this, of course, every convent has a lovely chapel. I got into the habit of visiting the chapel and, interacting with teachers and students. And as I said, she was very encouraging. I was a teacher, then soon I became a supervisor, vice principal, and in her absence, when she went to Switzerland, I was even acting principal at a very young age. So faith has helped me, definitely. After my marriage, I came to St. Vincent's School, where I worked for 20 years. And Jesuit education is also very beautiful. There is a lot to learn from Jesuit education. I interacted a lot with the children, with parents, especially during value education and catechism period. I always had a question box.
Okay.
And the children dropped their question, which was answered the next period. I think this connected me very closely to my students, whether it was faith or whether otherwise. They had growing children, teenagers had a lot of problems.
Questions,
yeah.
Yes.
So it was a beautiful experience. And then when my youngest child finished high school, I thought I'd like to go back to my career, to being a principal. And so I joined a Pasi school, that is Dastur Boys School. And I must share this incident with you. When I got the appointment letter, my parents presented me with a huge gold cross. And they said, we are so proud of you. Here is this gold cross, put it in your chain. And I said, such a big cross. I will look like a nun. I don't want it. And my father just said, are you afraid to show that you're a Christian? Put it on. And my mom said, you'll be facing a cross, big or small at all times. Let it remind you that you have to carry your cross.
So beautiful.
Yeah. So this was my parents. I was very blessed in Dastur school also because there was a Pasi high priest who was in charge. He was the president of the school. And I went up to him one day and I said, I've been in a convent school, I've been with the Jesuit fathers. I miss a chapel here. I really miss it. Can I convert that small room, which is a spare room, into a prayer room? He said, go right ahead. And so I got the teachers together. I got a few children of different communities, and we planned and prepared that prayer room. And believe me, that was such a beautiful experience. We had teachers going for a visit. We have children going and praying, because right round on the three walls were different pictures or symbols
of the various faiths.
Oh,
so beautiful.
It was such a beautiful experience. And there was one teacher in charge for every faith. So I was not involved in doing anything except in creating that room. To me, that was my chapel. So it was a beautiful experience. Then the Jesuit fathers asked me to come back because there was no priest available to go to Loyola High School. And I thought, yes, I have been with them so long and I carry with me a lot of Jesuit values. So I went as a principal to Loyola High School. And there too, their mission, vision was strong. I was trained further
Okay.
to give the message of Jesuit education. And this experience helped me reach out to many more people, because in Loyola School we don't have as many Catholics as we have in St. Vincent's. So I had to live my faith. I was a witness.
Yes.
And then I retired from Loyola School. When I thought, okay, finished, that's the end of my career, I got a call from Goa to be the principal of an ICSE school, which was called Manovikas. It's in Margao. An ICSE school, and all the schools I taught here were SSE schools. I said, okay, I can do it.
It's a new challenge.
It's a challenge, and I took up the challenge. There too, it was a beautiful experience. It was a co-ed school, mixed children, a lovely experience. So today when I look back, I have faced many challenges, but he has stood by me right through. In one of the schools, I even had people attacking me for admissions.
Oh.
And I was quite calm. I said, he's there, he'll protect me.
He'll take care of it.
Yeah, he'll take care of it. So that is it. So as I said, looking back, I have encountered single parents, broken homes, children with suicide tendencies, but more than that, parents who committed suicide, and a lot of child abuse cases. So my faith was put to the test again.
Of course, yeah.
But I went through it. And that is how I joined Connecting, which is an NGO, which deals with suicide cases and child abuse cases. You know, we Catholic schools, we try to hide everything under the carpet. My school is the best. My school is the best. Yes, it is the best. We have the best teachers. We give the best value education. But what about all this? We are afraid to address these problems. They must be addressed. So Connecting helped me do this, and I helped Connecting reach out to many, many people. So it's with the sense of gratitude and the knowledge that God's hand of protection has always been over me. It's with this faith I can say I enjoyed my 40 years of teaching. And even today, though faith has not played any role in my choice of career, as you can see,
Yes.
it has played the most significant role in my career. And to this, I thank God.
It's very beautiful what you have shared, your various experiences. And even though faith may not have led you down this path, it definitely accompanied you all along the way, as you have shared various experiences in different setups. I'm saying in a Parsi setup, in various other setups. Not always you were in a Catholic setup. Of course, with the Jesuits and with the sisters, it was a Catholic setup. But otherwise, I see that you have tried to create that atmosphere.
Yes.
Because I think you may have seen that this is something very important, not only to yourself,
Yes.
but also to others. As you have shared when you were in the Parsi school, how even the teachers and the students made use of that facility.
Yes.
So it is something I think which every human being longs for. This connection with God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Fatima, for this beautiful sharing, and God bless all of us.
Thank you, brother.